Hi, this is Samuel Park, and today I will be discussing pain, courtesy of the iBook presented by Dr. Erica Nelson Wong. So, to start, pain is more than just the simple damage that our body receives due to a foreign object, such as a knife or a bruising impact from another person or object. It has also to do with our emotional experiences because how we feel about an object could also determine the extent or the nature of the pain. Now, to start, we have acute pain, which is pain that comes from that bodily tissue damage, such as a cut or a bruise. But then there's also persistent pain. So maybe our tissues have healed up after the acute damage done, but then the pain still lingers around, and this is an entirely different issue. We could have pain coming from burning sensations, chemical sensations, or mechanical sensations, such as knives. And we also have different nerve fiber types that respond to these types of pain. We have faster ones that respond to more acute pain, and we have slower ones that respond to more burning pain. Now, there's peripheral sensitization as well, which includes the sensitization of pain that we experience in an area that has experienced an injury. It's a protective mechanism. We now move on to traditional theories of pain, such as the specificity theory. This states that we have specific nerve fiber endings meant for each type of touch that we might feel, such as hot touch, cold touch, light touch, and painful touch. This theory fails to explain when we have mixing of those senses, such as a light touch that comes off as painful to us. We also have pattern theory, which states that all nerve fiber endings encode for all sensations. It also states that pain is a learned mechanism. This theory goes out the window because we also know that pain has dedicated nerve fiber endings meant to encode just pain. We also have gated control theory. This is one of the more robust theories because it does include specificity, but also includes modulation. It states that we are able to modulate the incoming pain signal and inhibit it, or make it more intense. Now, despite this, there are some problems with this as well, such as the fact that these pain receptors are always active, which is not the case. We also have emerging models that are trying to incorporate the culture, emotions, and biology of the individual human being as well. This is important because the psychology of the individual can have a profound impact on how and to what extent they perceive pain. Now, why does pain matter? Pain is important because it protects us from harmful stimuli. To quote Dr. Mosley, a famous pain expert, pain can be likened to something going wrong with your car. The first telltale sign would be that we hear something wrong, like the engine sputtering. So we can ignore the pain and turn up the radio, or we can even go so far as to use painkillers or anesthesia and remove the warning lights entirely. We know that this isn't conducive to a long-term solution because this isn't solving the underlying problem. So we need a new model to explain some things that aren't currently explainable, such as phantom pain. These new theories need to be able to distinguish injury from pain because they don't always start and end together. They need to include our perception and our prior experiences because they will go a long way in molding our future encounters and experiences with pain. To quote Dr. Mosley again, the pain meter is not very good at measuring pain. Rather, it's meant to break down the information incoming and perceive the need for action. In other words, whether we need to run away from the painful stimulus for our well-being or not. So rather than looking at the damage already done to the body, it seems that it is the perception of a threat or something that could cause further damage to our well-being that determines the output of pain stimuli and pain sensitization. Butler and Mosley now have come up with a neo-matrix model, which is more complicated than the one-way system going from the skin, nerve to our brain that allows us to experience pain. This incorporates a lot of different pain structures, such as the hypothalamus and amygdala, but more importantly, includes other experiences that we may have, such as our emotional experiences and cognitive or reasoning parts of our brain. So, to summarize, pain isn't just a response to damage already done to our body, but is also a perception of future threats molded by our prior experiences, both emotionally and cognitively, as influenced by culture and social interactions. Thank you.